would you stay up? And if at first you don't succeed, then dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it.
What's up, everyone? It's me, Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kayla, and today I'm going to be talking about influencers. Whether you love them or hate them, if you're an entrepreneur, at some point you thought about hiring an influencer to help market your brand, or you've probably even thought about becoming an influencer at one point. But today I'm going to talk about 3 stages that you should go through before you think about hiring an influencer for your next marketing campaign. So the first thing you want to consider is your influencer's audience, not even your audience, your influencer's audience. So whenever you start a new marketing campaign, your goal with the campaign is to always sell, make sales, hit those benchmarks. So when you're picking an influencer to be a part of this campaign, you want to make sure that the influencer's audience is going to buy what your brand is selling. There needs to be an audience likeness or a buying audience. How can I put this in an example? It's like using a dog for a catnip advertisement. The two don't go together. So you want to make sure that you're using the right influencers with the right audiences that will actually buy or use your products if you hadn't even paid them in the first place. You want to pay attention to the influencer's audience to interaction ratio. So this is very important. You want to make sure that the influencer you're hiring actually has an interactive audience. They're actually interacting and commenting under the influencer's posts and whatnot. There are several different types of influencers. There are influencers who of course have a boatload of bots or just people who don't interact with them, following them, and then there are influencers who actually have influence, and you want to make sure you capture these influencers that actually have influence. Once again, this will make the campaign 1,000% more effective for you, because you would hate just to have wasted marketing dollars. A similar incident I can compare this to is Kayla Nicole. There was a small entrepreneur, small business owner who sold sleep onesies. She paid Kayla Nicole to be a part of this campaign for her, but for some reason Kayla's audience wasn't a buying audience for this particular product. So once again, this is just a pure example of how you want to make sure that the audiences correlate and that the audience participation ratio actually makes sense. You want to make sure that the influencer you actually choose for this campaign is prominent in their industry. So if you're selling a fitness product, you want to make sure you're selecting a fitness or lifestyle influencer. If you're selling a beauty product, you may want to make sure you select a beauty influencer, someone who does makeup reviews, makeup tutorials, things of that nature. So always make sure everything is in alignment and makes sense. There's a common theme with all of these topics. You just want to make sure that it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. Just to touch again on these 3 topics, you want to make sure that the influencer's audience is actually going to buy your product. 2, you want to make sure that the influencer actually has an active participating audience that cares about what they're talking about, what they're selling, so on and so forth. And number 3, you want to make sure that the influencer you are selecting to be a part of your campaign is actually an avid participant in said community. And you're going to hire and reach out to these influencers. A lot of mistakes bigger companies make is they'll hire an influencer, but none of these things will align. So either their audience isn't going to buy into what they're buying, they pick the wrong influencer, and they're just focused on numbers. Don't be a number hungry person when it comes to influencers in this case. Even if you can't afford to hire the right influencer for a specific campaign, you may want to focus maybe on a micro or macro influencer instead of these influencers with, millions and hundreds of thousands of followers. It's okay, guys, to start small and build up according to your marketing budget. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.
Self off and try again.